We all know Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world. A CEO, a co-founder, an author, investor, innovator, a developer, an entrepreneur, a visionary, and a philanthropist. You name it all, because he had it all. Then most importantly, I am amazed on how he can just be an everyday human, just like us. What I mean by that is a person who is humble, simple, yet a successful business leader. A billionaire who is much more humble than those millionaires we knew. But the question here is, what makes Bill Gates someone I idolize in the business world? But before I proceed to my reasons, Bill Gates is the one who made me realize and regret all the time I wasted. Though I am still young, I know, but he made me realize that I can do better than where I am now. As how introverted I am, he made me think greater and extend this part of me who is a dreamer so that I can also do impossible things like him. But coming back, what are those characteristics of Bill Gates that made him the person I wanted to be as a business person in the future? Number one characteristic of him is he is creative and intelligent. As for he says that he built his company, which is the Microsoft company, on his belief that technology, creativity, and intelligence can change the world. And I admire him for that, because he co-founded Microsoft company on this dream of him of putting computers in every homes and offices. He uses his focus and skill to create and design a thing that will give so much to the world, and it is in the form of software technology. And up until now, even though he is already growing older, he still spends his time on reading because he loves sharing the power of knowledge to others. Second characteristic of Bill Gates I like the most about him is he is such a great innovator and motivator. His passion for seeing what computer could do to common man, it led him to be more interested in the idea that software can be an intellectual idea. That's why, intellectual property. That's why he makes, that makes him licenses on operating systems and makes computers more accessible to common man. Also, I admire and respect him for his generosity, obviously being one of the most well-known philanthropists in the world up until now, and I know he will in the future. He donates half of his wealth to charities and foundations of different kinds, helping them in making the world a better place. Also, he always encourages people, most especially younger people, through his motivational lessons in interviews, talks, as he serves as a guest or speaker. Third characteristic of Bill Gates I like the most about him is he is a sensible and a down-to-earth entrepreneurial giant. It doesn't stop him in helping, even though he is already a very well-known billionaire in the world. It doesn't stop him in helping others. As I've said a while ago, he donates huge amounts of money to charities and foundations to eliminate poverty and hunger in the world. Bill Gates is also a supporter and an author of his own book about climate change. He is an avid supporter of taking initiative in tackling climate change to the world. He secured huge amount of money from different corporations to reduce the cost of clean technologies. His money always take part in broad investment programs about reducing greenhouse emissions. He spends his billions for the betterment of our humanity. The fourth characteristics of Bill Gates as a business person and leader for me is he is visionary. Whenever he sees an opportunity of what could he do to help the world, he always takes that chance to see what's important that will help the world for the future, and it is the one who makes him unstoppable to do the things he wants. He always had the idea, execution, and timing. That vision of him enabled him to achieve what he wanted for his Microsoft company. Also, he changed the approaches of the business management, and he inspired many young visionaries to realize and embrace new ways of solving problems in the world of business. And the fifth characteristics of Bill Gates I like about him the most is he is very hardworking. For he worked hard at the beginning of the Microsoft company, sleeping often in a corner of his office. He may come from a wealthy family and was born with huge advantages. His ability, intelligence, and innovation were his keys to his success.